Perfect. All right, I will get started. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me to participate. I've been tuning into the Mogul Mastermind on the monthly meetings for some time now and have really enjoyed it. So I was very honored when I was asked to participate. But what they didn't actually tell me at the time when they asked me a couple of months ago was that there was going to be judges. They just said, did you want to pitch a deal? So it wasn't until yesterday that I actually found out about the judges, but I'm thrilled to have judges here and to be able to get some feedback from all of you. So thank you. So what I want to do this evening is just, first of all, share a little bit about myself, and then also tell you about an opportunity that, that we have and that we would like to share with you. As I said, my name's Nadine Russell, and this is our family. My husband, Kevin, and I, we partner together in real estate, and unfortunately, he's not able to be here with me tonight, but he is actually in St. John, New Brunswick, working on one of our properties and getting it ready for the opportunity to get a new tenant in there. So we're actually from Barrie, Ontario, and this is my two sons. We've got one son is 20 and the other is 22. And of course, that is our lovable golden doodle that you can see there in the middle, and her name is Marley. Wanted you to meet the whole family, so I thought I better include her. In terms of some background on us, as I said, both of us are real estate investors. Kevin is the CEO of our company and does Director of Investor Relations. I, on the other hand, deal more on the deal analysis side of things. But a little bit more background on Kevin. He is a general contractor, so has done a lot of renovations. We've done some flips, several of them here in Barrie, and obviously a business owner at that. And some of his other side professional things that he does is he's a Class A golf professional, and so gets to spend a lot of time doing that. And he's also a level 3 ski instructor. But his background originally started in environmental engineering. So he has kind of a breadth of experience that he brings forward. Me, on the other hand, most of my career I have spent as a marketing manager, and I've worked mostly in the foods industry. So have worked for PepsiCo, Highliner Foods, Maple Leaf Foods, done a lot of financial analysis, managed multi-million-dollar portfolios kind of from top line all the way down to bottom. And that included things like doing marketing, advertising, social media communication. I also did a lot of new product development and a lot of research and data analysis. So when I switched over to the real estate investing side of things, I just felt that the skill set that I had was so transferable and has really helped us out as we've moved forward. We're also members and actively involved in a number of real estate, organizations. I'm sure, like similar to many of you guys, we're part of the we're RAIN members, the Real Estate Investment Network. We're also part of Ignited and Fearless Real Estate Investors and Savvy Investor as well. We've also taken a number of different courses, extensive courses in real estate fundamentals, multifamily, JV partnering, and really continue to learn as we go, listening to workshops through Keyspire, Fearless, Peak Multifamily, the list goes on. Is everyone still good? Everyone can still hear me? Great. Perfect, thank you. In terms of our company, we're called Income Stream Real Estate Investments, and really it's about real estate investing simplified. We really want to help people build wealth through passive real estate investing. The other thing that we do, though, is we partner with newer real estate investors who want to invest in real estate but aren't really sure how. And this is really kind of a first deal mentor partnership. And the reason that we do this is because somebody did that for us when we first started, and it was really helpful. We weren't sure where to invest, what types of properties do we buy? And so part of our joint venture partnerships have been with people that just aren't really sure and are a little bit nervous. And so we walk alongside them through their first deal and allow them then to move on to their own deals and venture off on their own. In terms of these strategies that we take, we are focused right now mostly on long-term buy and holds. We have been buying cash flowing properties in New Brunswick and in Alberta. And we did a lot of research to determine whether or not, or which provinces across the country we wanted to invest in. And so New Brunswick and Alberta came up as very landlord friendly, good cash flowing properties. And so we did a lot of research into which cities, and we focus on St. John, Moncton in New Brunswick, and Calgary, Edmonton, and Cochrane and Canmore in Alberta. We deal both on residential and commercial properties, and we do BRRRR and turnkey properties as well. One of the questions I had was deciding which deal to actually present tonight, because we had a couple. One of them was a half duplex, new build legal suite in South Calgary. We just got a 9-unit multifamily property under contract in Cochrane, Alberta. And we also have a triplex in St. John, New Brunswick. So the property that we decided to present tonight is the St. John, New Brunswick. I figured partly since Kevin was out there, and I thought it would just be a little bit different for, you know, many people that are out on the West Coast to see something in terms of what it can deliver on the East Coast. In terms of St. John, just a little bit of background on it. It is a seaport city on the Atlantic Ocean. It's located in the Bay of Fundy, which you may have heard about. The Bay of Fundy is a very popular tourist attraction. You'll see St. John here, just the little red dot you can see there by the Bay of Fundy. That's where St. John is located. It has a population of about 70,000 people, and it's actually Canada's 3rd largest port. And they have a lot of shipping containers that go in and out through that port, and also cruise ships. It's also the headquarters of J.D. Irving. Not sure if you've heard of that company, but it's a huge international conglomerate. They have Irving Oil, which is a very popular gas station that is out in the East Coast. If you're familiar with Royale toilet paper, that is part of their paper and pulp products. So very big employer out there, about 18 to 20,000 people. Why invest in St. John? Well, certainly from a province standpoint, we're seeing New Brunswick is growing at about 80% in the first quarter from a population standpoint. Now, remember, we are talking about smaller numbers just in terms of the number of people that live out there, but we are definitely seeing growth, and it's coming both from in-migration and international immigration. So people are moving east, and even anecdotally living here in Ontario, we hear from many people and friends that we know saying, you know what, we're going to sell in Ontario and we're moving out to the East Coast. So people are definitely moving that way. There's also a lot of infrastructure that's happening right now in St. John, particularly a $300 million Fundy Quay project, which is, if you look at the picture just down below there, it's happening all around the port and the waterfront property of St. John. And they're putting a ton of money into it. It's going to create jobs. It will attract more tourism and new businesses. And they're also really getting ready for future growth in that they're getting sewer systems and roads and everything ready to go, which is a key component of that. The other reason is that, as I mentioned earlier, New Brunswick is very landlord friendly. So, you know, when somebody doesn't pay their rent on the first of the month, you actually have recourse there that can happen within probably a 30-day time period. You're also able to increase your rents to whatever you think that the market can.
Well, that's exciting.
Our audio just cut out. How are we doing there in Edmonton? Rebecca, can you guys hear?
Sorry, we're not able to hear her at the moment.
We're also not able to hear her at the moment. Well, Nadine. She's frozen. Well, isn't that? Dropped. Okay. Well, that's interesting. And interesting, not anticipated. Now, in terms of, let's see, how are we doing for time? Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to make an executive decision. Even though she's not here to receive the feedback, we're going to start giving her feedback. So we only saw half the pitch, but it was enough of a pitch to get a feel for it. How was the start of it? How is she doing? Let's give her some feedback. Which judge would like to chime in first?
I'll start. I'm right next to you.
Keaton, you brave soul.
So my big takeaway right off the bat was that she did a good job delivering herself, talking who she is. But I think she spent a little too much time on who she is and where she's investing. We were, I think, probably 75% of the time way through her time. And I still didn't know what the deal was, what the numbers were. Is she local and managing it, or using a management company? So I don't feel that she would have been able to cover everything in the depth I would like to have seen in the 2.5, 3 minute share lab.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I was thinking,
I'm back.
Hi, Lindsay. So I do apologize, but we or sorry, Nadine. I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's okay.
So we already launched into feedback for your pitch. So we so Keaton's feedback, just to reiterate to you, was that you had already used about 75% of your time just on your introduction and talking about the city. And so, you know, we were kind of thinking, okay, we haven't seen the numbers, we haven't seen the deal yet. So just a timing issue, like a disproportionate amount of time spent on the intro. So next, Barry, what were your, oh, I see Barry probably chatting with Donna. Say hi to Donna for us.
She's right beside me, James.
I bet she is. Hi, Donna.
Yeah. So I loved all of the background that Nadine had to tell us about, but I was waiting for a better intro than that. They got a great family. They got lots of experience. They've got kids and a dog, which is important to me. I want to know if folks are like that. I wanted to hear a bit more about Kevin and his general contracting experience, and how Nadine's financial and business skills fit together with Kevin's contracting skills, including the environmental engineer aspect of them that, you know, fed them into being successful venturers. So all that other stuff was interesting, but I would have gotten past that and into the meat of it a little quicker.
Awesome. Great feedback, Barry. Now, I think what we'll do, just out of fairness for Nadine, why don't we say, let's give another 2.5 minutes to present the numbers, and then we'll get feedback on the numbers from the last few judges. So we're winging it, folks. We're working with the tech challenges we have. So Jen, if you can get the screen share back to Nadine, and we are hitting, click on the stop timer, 150 seconds to wow us with the numbers.
Thanks. Can everyone see that?
Thumbs up. Good, Vancouver.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So investment summary here, this is what we share with our joint venture partners. So projected purchase price, or the purchase price that we paid, was $260,000. Down payment at 20%, $52,000. So overall investment, we're looking from the financial partner is $65,000. The structure of this deal is a 5-year buy and hold. It would be have a joint venture agreement that would be outlining various strategies at the end of 5 years, which we would anticipate being either selling the property or having that reappraised at a time and pulling the equity that we would have accumulated out of the property. You scroll down to the bottom here in terms of the returns that we're looking at. 5-year projected information is appreciation is $41,000, 26 for pay down, 44 for cash flow. And the great thing about this property is it has a monthly cash flow of $748 a month. So that net gives you an annual return for the investor of 17% with a 50-50 split. And with all of our deals, the initial investment that the investor puts in of the $65,000 always comes back to the investor first, and then the other two, the remaining there gets split 50-50. And last thing I wanted to say, so that's just kind of a summary. We also have the detailed cash flow that I would take you through at a later time if someone was interested. But in terms of why investing with us, really we are honest and trustworthy people. We're driven to succeed. We've got strong ROI deals that we bring forward to people. And for me, it's really about relationship, to be honest. It's more than a monetary transaction. And so part of what I was doing is, for me, it is about people getting to know me as a person and as a potential, client. And so that's why I actually did spend a bit more time up front than on the deal. Part of what we do is we want to make sure that we get to know whoever is going to be working with us and in that relationship. So contact information, if anyone is interested, you can reach us at incomestreamrei@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, and we would love to set up a 30-minute meeting with you just to see whether or not that it would be a good fit. We would get a chance to know you, you'd get a chance to know us, and we could see whether or not we could help you achieve your financial goals. So thank you.
That was a powerful ending. Thank you. Let's give her a big hand. So a couple housekeeping items. Number one, Jen, if you can put that in the chat so that everybody online can keep in touch. And then we do send out an email to everybody who's attended and signed up within a week of the event. So every partner or every potential partner who's pitched, they will be sent out as a contact as well. So you guys are going to be in touch. Now, Ray and Wayne, I would love to hear what you guys thought about the pitch and now that you've seen it in its entirety.
Personally, I wish she'd clarify more on what happens after the 65K's return. It's not quite clear on what happens. Are we still in a JV partnership together? What happens to the cash flow? So I understand you want to introduce yourself and you want us to like you. And at the same time, as a real estate investor, I'm trusting you with my retirement fund or my kids' university fund. I want to know what's happening with that money first.
Awesome.
All great together, judges. I think you built trust very quickly. I think, yeah, you were very confident. You spoke very well. I trusted you very quickly. It seemed like you were the type of person that could be invested with. And I think you closed it really nicely.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great feedback from the judges. So I'd say a key takeaway, and I would echo this statement, is that, I mean, we're only looking at you through a video screen, but you do give off a very warm and trustworthy energy. That's very apparent early on. I'm a panelist. I'm moderating the panel. I shouldn't be giving my 2 cents. You did great. You're very trustworthy. So I would like to hear more about the numbers because you established trust, I think, a lot more quickly than you gave yourself credit for. So, thank you again. That was fabulous. We'll make your contact information easy to get a hold of. Great looking deal. St. John's, New Brunswick on the Bay of Fundy. Love it. So